The first wave of free agency is officially behind us, and now all eyes turn to the NFL draft. And for the Philadelphia Eagles, the offseason so far has been an exciting one. There's a new lockdown cornerback, a stud on the defensive line, and some exciting new talent in the way of Will Parks, among some returning faces as well. But with some primary needs filled, there are some secondary holes which, as time has gone on, have become a little bit more prominent, and I don't think they're being spoken about enough. So in today's video, we're just going to take a look at one of those positions, as we will over the next couple of weeks, and this one I think is being drastically overlooked. I can't see anyone else in the media talking about it, so I wrote an article on phillysportsnetwork.com earlier this week just discussing the idea of why the Eagles need to go in and really build at this position in particular, and I wanted to share it with you guys and hear what you thought. Before we get into it though, guys, just a quick announcement that we are running a giveaway on our Discord server, and I wanted to do something fun. So we know school's been cancelled, so what I wanted to do was create an Eagles school on the Discord server. So all I'm asking you to do is create a short PowerPoint presentation on any Eagles hot take you have. It might be Sam Bradford being the best quarterback of all time. It might be why Danny Watkins is the most underrated Eagles player in history, but I want you to create a 5-slideshow presentation, something funny, something enjoyable, and then we're going to share them all at the same time in Discord. We'll record it, and the best one will get a free t-shirt. So there's a lot to play for. If you want to join our Discord, there is a link down in the description below. If you're new around here, it will be amazing if you could hit that subscribe button. We always want to try and build out our community, and as always, get your daily dose of Philadelphia sports coverage from phillysportsnetwork.com. The first position I want to address is centre, and I know what you're thinking, especially if you're new and you're hearing a British accent. I'm very aware of who Jason Kelce is and the legacy he will leave. He is definitely an all-time Eagle, someone that may even go one step further into one of the best at his position of all time. The guy is 32 years old now and is still one of the most athletically gifted centers the league has ever seen. It's absolutely unbelievable. But only 13 months ago was the man considering retirement. He came back, signing a 1-year extension, keeping him with the team through 2021, and it can't be lost on the Eagles that this is a guy who is so generationally talented, but at the end of the day is dealing with plantar fasciitis, has won a Super Bowl, been a Pro Bowler, and has achieved just about everything there is to. The extension gave the Eagles a very team-friendly deal, and it's just as well, because last year he played in 99.9% of snaps, allowed 2 sacks, and had a PFF grade of 81. What if that next season, or even in 2021, something happens where he does take a knock, or he has to miss a game or two? Because the Eagles right now really don't have many options, and they've put such an emphasis on building that offensive line. Just look at Andre Dillard and Jason Peters. It's all about passing the torch, investing, giving out those long-term extensions, and keeping the Carson Wentz fortress solidified. Now this year is a very special year for the Eagles because they've got an absolute arsenal of draft ammunition, and you can make the argument that if they draft a wide receiver in round 1 or round 2, that there are some nice developmental names at center in the heart of the draft, and that's key because we know how good Jeff Stoutland is at bringing along talent. Let's not forget that. But as of right now, the Eagles don't have a name behind Jason Kelce. I mean, they moved Isaac Seumalo to center in 2018 preseason, and it didn't go down well. He ended up snapping balls out of Lincoln Financial Field into the stratosphere, and then ended up being a very, very good starting left guard in 2019. Yes, Seumalo's versatile, but after taking over from Stefan Wisniewski as the full-time left guard, I can't see them really moving him around, especially after that new deal. We had a very, very good 2019 Seumalo. They're not moving him anytime soon. Behind those guys, I mean, you've got centre Keegan Render, who was an undrafted free agent in 2019, stands at 6'4", 307 pounds, and lined up all over the Iowa offensive line before coming into the NFL draft, and is known for his football IQ. But he is still very much a project offensive lineman. Yes, he's had a year with the Eagles, but I think bigger picture-wise, he definitely isn't ready to step into a starting role in a pinch. And then that leaves Nate Herbig, who's someone a bit more of a local product, another 29 undrafted free agent, 6'3", 336 pounds, has a big frame, but like Matt Pryor, has a stunning amount of agility considering that size. He's not the most consistent for sure, but has a stout base and a lot of strength when anchoring. Could he transition to centre? Possibly, but again, you look at the depth at the guard positions now, and outside of Matt Pryor, there's no one there, so I think it's safe to say Herbig isn't going anywhere. Now, if you're to look at the centre position with names like Cesar Ruiz, Tyler Biadasz, Matt Hennessy out of Temple, projected to go in the second round, is a very appealing option, or even someone like Oregon's Jake Hansen, who could be available right towards the tail end of day 2, are all nice options, but the Eagles are going to have to strike this offseason. If they want to draft someone and bring them along to learn under Jason Kelce, they've got 2 years, because I think if he's already contemplated retirement, it's unlikely that at age 34, Kelce is going to want to kick the tires again. He may well just want to hang up the cleats, especially if there's another Super Bowl win, and end what has been an absolutely stunning NFL career. And just in case that happens, the Eagles need to be ready. I don't think they are at the minute, and this has to be the year that they draft a developmental talent, because next year that need could become primary, because Kelce will be in his contract year and he may not want to sign another extension, and then you're forced to look at a round 1, round 2 pick where you don't know what that class is going to look like yet. You're not sure the caliber of player that's coming out. There are some really nice developmental names in this draft, and I think this has to be the year the Eagles begin that transition. They begin preparing in the same way they brought Vitae along, someone that has now gone on to secure a 5-year $50 million deal in Detroit. They need to bring in someone to just jump into the realm, start developing under Kelce, and be ready to catch that baton when it's eventually passed to him. But what do you think, guys? Let me know down in the comments section below. Should the Eagles be looking at drafting a replacement center, and would you be shocked or surprised if they did so in the early rounds of this year's NFL draft? From myself, Liam Jenkins, it will be amazing if you could hit that subscribe button. I will see you very soon. My Twitter is at Liam Jenkins PSN. I'll see you